Hey, what is going on, everybody at YouTube? Good to see you, Ether. Nice chatting with you, man. Yep, so, no podcast tonight, unfortunately. So I'm going to stream some NES instead. Ether and I are talking right now about Monster Hunter on the Switch. I hear it's really good. He says it's great. And he's talking about the best weapon so far, the Insect Clave. I have watched some playing videos. I watched a little bit of Zarek play it on Archive, and the Giant Bomb Quick Look, I watched some of that as well. It definitely seems like a game that I could get into. But man, some of that stuff looks overwhelming. I'm bad at crafting and remembering all that stuff, so... But anyways, oh, it's not on the Switch? I thought Monster Hunter was on the Switch. Either way, I'm going to be streaming some Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers for the NES. This is one of my favorite games, and I think I'll play as Dale. I played this on the channel, I guess 4 or so years ago, so I figured it was a chance to come back, give it another try. This is one of my favorite NES games. It's only PS4, PC, and Xbox. I wonder why I had that. In my head it was for the Switch. Maybe it's because the Wii U had Monster Hunter. So either you said you'd never heard of this game. Have you heard of these the characters? Chip and Dale? For me they were kind of ubiquitous growing up, but I don't know how old you are, so maybe you hadn't heard of Chip and Dale. They're a great cartoon. Disney stuff. Excuse me. This is a Capcom game, and if you like Mega Man, this is a game I'd recommend. It feels a lot like Mega Man. There's some pretty cool mechanics, so you can play either as Chip or Dale, which is cool. And you can pick up blocks, and the boxes you can throw in 4 directions. Also, if you duck inside of a box, you are invincible. While I have this wooden-looking box, I'm invincible for one hit against an enemy. But if I get a metal box, then it's infinite, but I can't throw it. So there's a nice little trade-off there. Boxes also hide power-ups and bonus stuff, so they're worth checking out. So these metal blocks you can stack, which is great. And when you duck in these enemies, the box does not go away if an enemy touches you, which is great. This game is not very difficult. It's one that I beat most of the times I play it, but it's still not a gimme. Sometimes I get game overs and whatnot, but for the most part, I tend to get through this game without too much trouble. I hadn't heard of Chip and Dale. They were kind of like, I don't know, when I was growing up, kind of B characters to Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, stuff like that. This game is based on a show that was on the Disney afternoons in the 90s. It was an after-school programming block of cartoons. And Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was an adaptation of the original Chip and Dale, and they would solve crimes. So that's what this game is based on. So that's a character from the show. His name is Monterey Jack, I think, like the cheese. He's a mouse or a rat. Chip and Dale are chipmunks. We'll see some other characters as well that are from the cartoon. The girl's name is Gadget. Oh, so here's a bonus stage. It has a little bit of randomness to it, but most of the time, if you get all the boxes up the left side, the middle one's a power-up. Sometimes the power-up can be hidden in other boxes, but generally that's how that works. That's Fat Cat. He's the main villain, and Gadget is the kind of... If you're familiar with the Ninja Turtles, she's kind of like the Donatello of the group. And then there's a There's a bee who is... You'll see him when I'm invincible in the stage. That was really, really bad. But it was a cartoon I loved watching after school. The music in this game is really good. I don't know, it holds up really well as a platformer. Ether, have you heard of that Celeste game on Switch? Actually, I think it's not just on Switch. I got it on Switch, but I think it is on Steam, PS4, and Xbox as well. That game is incredible so far. It's by the people that made Towerfall. But it's really difficult. I'm in the mood to do some platforming gameplay, but I don't want to play that on stream. I'm still getting used to the controls with it. They're slightly different than Super Meat Boy, and I had been playing that recently, so I'm all out of sorts. Also, I played Cuphead, and that has a dash mechanic that's on a different button, and I can't find a way on the Switch to change the buttons around. So I'm having a little bit of an adjustment. A different button does a dash, and the dash button on those previous games I'd mentioned does a wall grabbing mechanic. So it's a little jarring. It's really, the music's good. I'm really into the level design. Alright, so if I collect enough of those things, they're kind of like coins, these little flower tokens. I will get a free life. And you can track your stats. So the F is flowers. I forget. I assume if you collect enough stars, the same thing happens. And I don't know what happens with P. I've never understood what the heck that is. One of the best episodes of the cartoon features these guys that shapeshift and can change into whoever they see. Like Terminator. T-1000 or whatever. Or Morph. X-Men. Yeah, there's Gadget. Normally I don't do this, but it's kind of like Mario 3, the overworld. I will try to do a 100% complete run. I almost never take the long way, so there's probably going to be some struggles here. I remember this one pretty well. There are these flying wombat things that can spawn from the top, so it helps to duck as you enter a screen. Like, that one's fair. I'm pretty sure there's a bullshit one. Yeah, that one... Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Oh, no, that one. That's not fair either. I'm sure there's a really easy, like, speedrun path through that stuff. Very simple pattern-based bosses. This game's also a lot like DuckTales. It's great. Oh... That hitbox seemed a little generous to the computer. That's weird. Why can't I get that? I hit a game glitch out? This is weird. I've never seen this before. It's not letting me collect them from the sides, but it will from the top? I don't know. Is that a... I don't know if that's like a weird game thing. Like, I don't remember that. I feel like I would remember that if it was always like that. That's weird. I remember these kangaroos being bastards. Terrible. Alright, luckily that was a, yeah, checkpoint. Yeah, so there's... I forget this character's name. I think it was a bee pun, like Buzzy or... Man. Bears, I can't remember that guy's name right now. Oh, sweet, no boss. Alright, well. To have only died one time up to this point, I'm very happy with. I don't know if it comes through on the stream, but you can tell the boxes that will bounce because they're slightly more red or orange. I guess red. Oh, I can't jump through there. Okay. I need to hope I get... I get some power-ups here. Oh, thanks for the offer, Ether. If I get Monster Hunter, I can promise you I would need help. Have you played any of the other Monster Hunters? I was just, yeah, I was going to be curious what you thought of what I've heard described as quality of life improvements. I heard a podcast today complaining that Monster Hunter wasn't truly open world, it was just open area. And I was surprised to hear that as a complaint. I just feel like there's like some open world fatigue. Maybe not. Maybe it's just for me. I'm still playing this game. Alright. Man, I've got to be doing really well with the power-ups, or with the extra lives. We're going for the complete run. Yeah, I definitely always skip this one. Wow. Like, this is vaguely familiar, almost. Like, that's about it. Wow. Watch it be a great level. I've just been a wimp all these years. Oh, come on. I should be able to... I saw that dude's eyes. I should be able to hit them while they're in the bush. Their pattern's strange. Okay. Hopefully this is one of those no boss levels. See, I feel like open area games sound way better than open world. Sometimes... Okay, a boat seems familiar. But it controlling like that doesn't, so... This reminds me of Mario 2 a little bit. Take it. They're being a little stingy with the acorns. That's a poor attempt. Poor attempt. How many people can play together at the same time in Monster Hunter? Like 4, 10, 2? How's that work? Probably have one more hit for him. Yes. Whew. That's fortunate. Alright. Great song. I love this soundtrack so much. These two hit enemies suck. Listen, oh my gosh, I was too busy listening to the horrifying sounds of Mega Man disappearing blocks. I mean, it's it makes me wonder if this is the same team almost. It's got to be the same engine as what Mega Man was made in. Alright. I think I've got one more level. And then, yeah, at the end of this level, there's a rocket ship that takes me to 3 or 4 more stages. I don't think I enunciated that well. I think it came out as rocket shit. Sorry about that. Parties are max of 4. Cool. What platform are you playing Monster Hunter on? And is it? It's not crossplay, so I'm gonna guess PC. I think that's what Sarah normally plays on, is PC, right? Those metal blocks are just clutch. Except for that situation, the bee, one of those guys would have got me if I would have ducked into the block. Whoa. These guys aren't very fair with their respawns. These bees. These like Hell's Angels bees. Or flies? Maybe they're flies? Awesome. Man, how am I doing? Is it? Oh, it doesn't show my extra lives. It's like Contra that are hidden. Except they don't even tell me between stages. Ooh. I made that by a pixel. Damn it. I think this one you just have to stand in the right spot. I hate to compare everything to Contra and Mega Man, but it's kind of like in the waterfall level of Contra. You can stand to the... You can kind of sidestep the enemy fire. Oh, he's doing it on PS4? Okay, cool. Man, I gotta have a shitload of those. It's not quite a rainbow rocket either, but that'd be pretty cool if that coincidence worked out. Since we're just battling Rainbow Rocket. Oh, it's only 3. Okay. PC release was delayed. I did not... Yeah, I hadn't followed any Monster Hunter news. Did not know it was delayed. Well, it's better than it being busted. Sucks if that was the platform you were waiting on. brutal. Oh, it was terrible. I wasn't paying attention. That was a horrible throw. These have no momentum. Why would I throw it like that? Yeah, here's where there's some bullshit with the flying squirrel things. I love how the boxes are just everywhere. It feels like you have just unlimited ammo. It's a mechanic I really, really like. Like, they give you plenty of resources for the challenge to be fair. Those guys are a pain in the ass, those roller bears. I've done quite well with them today, but they usually get me. So the game makes grinding fun. Wow. Yeah, I mean, if it's fun to play, I totally understand that. The thing I thought looked really cool about Monster Hunter, and why I thought I would have gotten into it, at least given it more of a try by now, is I like pattern-based boss fights, which that game is, that's what it does. And it looks really satisfying. Like, when you pull off just a you know, powerful move with like a lot of animation to it. I don't know, it just feels like a good skill shot. I'm not gonna mess with those. Man, this guy's a bastard. So if you hit the pelican's feet, they go away, but if you hit them in the face, the top half of the sprite, it throws the box back at you. So see what I mean? They give you 5 or 6 tries to get that right, and they're like, if you can't do that, then sorry for your luck. But if you duck, you'll hit their lower half and fire. If you duck and fire, you hit the lower half. I can't believe I've only died twice so far. Or have I died 3 times? Maybe I haven't died 3 times. Yeah, I saw that you can turn it off, but the damage numbers, I think that looks like a great addition. But I could see some purists not. Oh, God, I remember this guy being tough. Just as far as there's an easy pattern, but I totally forget it right now. Okay, one more. All right. Alright, we are at the final stage. This is a great song. Just great final stage music. This stage is really goddamn hard. There's some parts later on with they're kind of like green lizards or dinosaur guys that shoot plungers at you. And there's some spots where I don't know how to avoid getting hit. And it's not that easy to necessarily stay undamaged. I guess they're not green. But they're two hit guys. So this part's not too bad. But there is a part coming up here heading the other direction where it's just like, this is bullshit. When I was a kid, I was so nervous trying to navigate. Okay, there are green guys that are a problem through here. I'm not losing my mind. Right here. Okay, now that I remember the pattern. It's such a slog to get... Alright, pay attention, dummy. Alright, so I gotta try to kill the first two guys and then just take damage on the third. And I can't do that now because I went for a star that I didn't need. Wow, I totally thought he was gonna just fall in the hole. Did not see that coming. Is there an acorn here? I gotta find out for any future runs, which I'm definitely gonna need one. I don't see how I'm gonna... It feels unfair in the way that the end of Mario 2 6 Golden Coins on the Game Boy felt unfair to me. That Wario's castle is just brutal. Like, he's right on top of that box, so that's not really much of an option. Alright, I'm gonna try... See, I think he'll respawn is my concern with trying to lead him out. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bait him out, and I'm nervous he's gonna respawn because this game does that. But that's kind of the only option. If I can hit him, and then why'd that kill him in one shot? Oh, maybe if I do a headshot. Interesting. Learn something new every day. Because that definitely killed him with one shot. I don't want to kill myself testing that theory. Alright. You know, I may be able to duck under that. Let's try that. That's also interesting that that happened. Maybe that's the trick. Grab it and duck. Also something I never considered. I don't know why. I use that attack all the time. I feel really, really silly that I struggled with this. Oh no. I've got a good idea now, so I'm pretty confident we'll get it here. And if I remember correct, I don't think the Fat Cat boss fight is that tough. Plus, even if we just get to him, I won't have to do this anymore. Gotta avoid a shot, duck in the box. That's a simple pattern. Brutal. Come on, give me a frickin' acorn. All right. Beautiful pixel art, not the most complicated boss fights. Cool. That's it. Oh, I'm really frustrated that all these years of playing this game, I never made that hallway any easier on myself. It always just felt lucky to get through it. But that's a 100% complete run through of the game. That's cool. Alright, either. Well, I guess I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the night. Thanks for hanging out. Anybody that watches the archive, if you made it this far, thank you very much. Have a great night, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.